Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to HBT. Today, I broke character. I did not follow the edge. I did not follow the strategy. So today, we're going to break down what happens when you decide to break character, right? So give me here 1 second. I got to delete that old video I just posted. This one's good. It looks like the audio is good. So we are going to break down here. Let me just log into TOS. What happens when you break character, right? I want to talk about what breaking character actually means, right? I want to talk about rushing setups. I want to talk about euphoria. I want to talk about being on a high horse, right? Where you're just hitting trades left, right, because that's how it's been over here lately. HBT, we've been killing it. The edge literally has been performing extremely well, and we have been crushing the market. And then today, I come to the market a little bit too excited, and I make a move a little too quickly. And I want to talk about it because it's important, right? You're going to make mistakes. Roderick, absolutely. Today was garbage. It really was. And there was a bunch of indicators. And what I really want to talk about, though, is how our edge, when followed properly, will keep you away from garbage days, garbage setups. It'll keep you away from chop. You're 100% right. Today was garbage. And there were multiple traders on the Discord that identified that and stepped away, right? Which was obviously the correct move. If you're seeing or viewing price action and you feel like you're forcing setups, you feel like you're rushing setups, you feel like it's just not sitting well with you, you feel a little antsy, it's probably a good idea to walk away, right? So I want to talk about what we were going through. I want to break down the pre-market plan just like we would any other day. So let me share my screen here real quick and we will get right into it, right? Because it's important, right? We actually learn more from our losses than our winning trades. That's the truest statement in the world. Think about it in life, right? What's a lesson that you learn the easy way? None. Trading, losing is a part of trading. If you're a trader, you will suffer from losing money. That's a part of the game. But how you view the loss is going to make the difference, right? If you look at a loss, right, and go, oh man, I'm a terrible trader. My strategy doesn't work. It's maybe I should switch it up. You are just like the farmer who plants a seed and comes back in 15 minutes and goes, oh, it hasn't sprouted. Let's dig it up and plant something new. See, that is what we cannot do. Our edge works when we work it. So we must figure out the ways to work it. We must learn to accept loss, get back up, and more importantly, identify where it is we went wrong. So I made a very simple mistake today, and I want to break it down. So the market was opening up. The pre-market plan was really simple. I was watching previous day open print. We were getting some play here off pre-market. So now, once again, I'm going to go with the bullish and bearish scenario, right? There's two things that can happen, right? Either buyers take the open and we go to the upside, or sellers take the open and we go back down to open print, right? That's my 50-50 perspective. And now it's up to me at that point to wait for my strategy to present itself, right? So let's dive right in here. I'm going to whip out the 5-minute time frame. Market opens. We get a very nice bull 180 right here. We get a nice red candle. Buyers push right through it. So step number one, identify open print. And that's exactly what we did. We identify open print. Now, step number two, identify the moving average cross, right? So now it's up to me to watch and wait for the moving averages to cross, right? So if I'm actually following my strategy, this is a very critical component. I have a lot of traders ask me, do you ever trade without the moving averages crossed? And I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, I do. But I cannot assume a 75% win ratio if I'm going to alter my approach, right? So I can't just go, oh, well, I have critical level open print and I have an RBI, so that's good, right? No, I have to be aware and be like, okay, I'm actually deviating from my approach. Therefore, I cannot rely on all the data I've accumulated, right? But over here at HPT, we've accumulated vast amounts of data on tons of different strategies, right? That's where our power lies. But I decided I wasn't going to go long. I was like, until I get a moving average cross, I'm not going to make a setup. And I'm actually very happy that I did, because we were getting some nice play here off pre-market high. And I'm patient, right? I need that moving average cross. And then we get it. We get a very large sell-off, right? So I'm going to whip out the Discord here. I'm going to show you guys kind of what was going through my mind. So over here on the Discord, I update each and every single day. I update over here on equity commentary, right? This is where I update what it is I'm looking for. And you're going to see here, right? Holding off on longs until I see acceptance above SPX's 50 EMA, right? So the 50 EMA on the 5-minute time frame on SPX is a game changer, right? If you don't trade SPX, you should still watch it. It is critical, right? So I'm not going to go long until I get acceptance. Also, no moving average cross for me, no trade. So here I am. I have a great approach, right? I'm going, listen, until this is what's so funny. I'm going until I get all 3 steps of my criteria, no trade. And what do? I break the last step, right? I go, all right, staying patient, waiting for criteria, eye on GBI entry. Just follow the system. It works if you work it, right? It's so funny, right? And I'm humbling myself right now, right? I want to come on YouTube. I want to talk to you guys and let you guys know everybody makes mistakes. Nobody's perfect. I am a #1 advocate of making mistakes. And I try each and every single day to follow my process and learn from it, right? This is how we get better. The only way you're going to level up is owning your mistake. The only way you're going to become the absolute best version of yourself is making mistakes, but applying better systems and better strategies to keep yourself from making the same mistake, right? We're all going to make mistakes. It's part of the gig. But we have to identify them and not continue to make them, right? So staying patient, you can see here, I'm updating here in the Discord what I'm looking at. We get a nice rejection here. So right here, I'm going, all right, I'm really bearish. GBI, and I'll enter short. Notice I'm on the 5-minute time frame right here. Price fell below the 50. We're coming up. We're retesting. I'm going, listen, if I get a GBI, I will enter the market short, right? I'm telling everyone on the team that's what I'm going to do. What do? I try to get slick. I try to rush it. Ready? I get a little cocky. I go, oh, listen. I'm going to spot some slick shit on the 2-minute, and I'm going to get in early. Right? I'm going to rush the process. I'm going to go full retard and make a mistake, right? And let me show you what I did. So over here on the 2-minute, right, we're getting this very large sell-off. I'm anticipating a nice move here to the downside, and I go, okay, I just need to follow the 2-minute and I'll get a good entry, right? So once again, I'm not saying here that the 2-minute doesn't work, because it does. The 2-minute, I know traders that crush the 2-minute, right? I know futures traders that literally crack the 2-minute over and over and over again. Roger, right? You've seen it, right? The 2-minute time frame. Look at what do we have here? We have a beautiful green bar that's ignored. But what don't we have, right? We don't have our criteria on the 5-minute time frame. This is why all the data I collect, every high-level summary you guys get from me is on the 5-minute time frame, right? What else was wrong with this trade? On the 5-minute, right, obviously this candle was red, right? So it looked good, right? This candle looked beautiful. And this is guys, this is how important this shit is, right? Because the market is going to make it look so pretty. The market's going to go, ooh, look, nice red candle. We got a pretty nice trend here, even though actually this trend was unhealthy. Look at this gap. You see this little pocket? So once again, you guys hear me preach this all the time. Any pocket is going to get filled. This is what I call an unhealthy trend. We don't like unhealthy trends. Unhealthy trends either lead to chop or reversal every single time. There is such a high probability on this. I have been collecting data on this for so long. Yet still, I was so focused on shorts. I was so focused on getting in early, catching the move quick, that I disregarded all that knowledge, right? My IQ dropped to the size of my shoe, right? I literally broke character, and I'm like, all right, I'm getting in this trade, and I'm going to justify it, right? I'm going to justify it. I'm going to take her short, and I'm going to target previous day open print, right? So that's how I'm looking at this. What happens? Literally, the next 2-minute candle rips up, and I get stomped out of the trade up here at 600, right? So pretty much immediately, I went short and get stomped out of my trade. Now, let's talk about it. There's 2 ways to deal with this, right? The first way is you go, oh, the market got me, right? Oh, large money smoked me. Those guys, they were plotting on me. They're always pulling that bullshit. They got me today, right? They were slick, large money, news, volatility, this. You can blame everything else. You can literally go, oh, it was this person's fault. Large money got me. They outsmarted me. Damn trading bots, right? You can literally, it doesn't matter. That's the first way you deal with it. The second way you deal with it is you go, I messed up. I ended up in a non-profitable trade. Why? Ask yourself, truly. It's simple. Be like, all right, I had a red trade. Was it anything I could do differently tomorrow? Or is it just because the strategy didn't play out? Really ask yourself that, right? And you'll either come to 2 conclusions. The first conclusion will be, oh, market got you. Market makers is the most immature and unprofitable way to deal with this scenario, right? Because once again, you could either learn from this and get better tomorrow, or you can keep making the same stupid mistakes over and over and over, like I did for 3 years. I literally, for 3 years, I went, oh man, market got me, this happened, and this never-ending cycle of inconsistency, and the cycle just turns and turns and turns. Or you could be like, all right, what'd I do wrong? Right? So what I do wrong? I took a short play based off 5-minute criteria, but I took it on the 2-minute, right? So I broke character. I never got the GBI. I couldn't even log this trade as an HPT cross because it wasn't my strategy. This was an act of irrational, unlogical, emotional behavior that led to unprofitable results, right? Just like Todd said, kept the loss super small. I did not get hurt on this trade, but it hurt here, right? But I learned from it. I lived to trade another day. We never let trades go out of hand. We never let trades hurt us, right? Once again, even when we lose, we're losing 1 bar, right? Now, second trade stung, right? I took 2 losses today, broke character twice, right? So first trade went against me. Now, once again, the 50-50 perspective, right? 2-minute works. Absolutely. All right. So now once again, 50-50 perspective. Sellers came in off open print and they had no legs, right? I like to say they had no force. They pushed price down. Once again, we get that pocket unhealthy trend. What happens when the trend's unhealthy? You tend to get a reversal, right? Anytime you get extended from that 9 DEMA, you can pretty much guarantee you get a reversal, right? So anyways, we get a reversal. Price comes up to open print, right? Now we get our criteria beautifully off open print here. Now there's one issue with this trade. Price comes up to open print. We got a pretty healthy trend here. We get a red bar that's ignored, and I go long, right? So I take the market long right here at 665. I'm targeting end of day for the gap fill. Very simple strategy. But look at the red bar that was ignored. It's 88 cents. This candle right here is 88 cents long, the range. So ask yourself, right? One of the main reasons I trade the RBI GBI process is because it's a very simple way for me to determine where my risk goes, right? My stop loss has to go below this candle. As a matter of fact, if I don't put it below that candle, I'm not trading my edge properly, right? Let me say that one more time. If you are not putting it below the RBI, be ready to get stomped out and have it go in your favor, because that's exactly what happened to me. I go long. If you're not able to accommodate the risk, don't take the trade. Don't take the trade and go, oh, I'll just keep my stop right here, right? Because if you do that, this is going to happen to you. And I end up getting stomped out of my trade, right? And then once I got stomped out of my trade, it hit me. I'm like, bro, did you put your stop loss below the appropriate candle? No. So I literally entered this trade long, got stomped out of it right here, right? I got emotional because the morning loss, and then the trade rallied. Look at the rally. Let me show you guys. Look at how bad this hurts. Just so you guys know I'm not bullshitting, right? Look at this. 10:37 a.m. in long. This is what the market looks like, right? At 10:37 a.m., I'm telling the team, listen, I'm getting in long. Here's our edge, right? Beautifully executed. Targeting end of day. 613 is my stop loss. So ready? I'm putting my stop at 613. Look at where price went. It literally went to 613, right? Look at this. Price literally smacked where my stop loss was. But where wasn't my stop loss? My stop loss wasn't below the appropriate candle. I broke the principle. If you break the principle, what happens? You get burned. If I choose to define the law of gravity, what's going to happen? If I choose to walk up on a building right now and go, no, principle doesn't apply for me. I'm special. I'm going to jump. What's going to happen? You're going to die. If you disrespect the principle, get ready to be burned. That's what happened. It's that simple, guys, right? Like, I used to think, like, ooh, to become really good in this game, you gotta, be special. You gotta be smarter than everybody else, right? You gotta be ahead of the curve, right? You gotta be unique. And then I realized that's all bullshit. To get good at this game, you just have to identify the principles and execute them. Life is the exact same way. Right? If you learn, think about it. If you didn't have the knowledge of the law of gravity, you, my friend, would walk off a building tomorrow and think nothing of it. And guess what would happen? You would die. You wouldn't die because of the law of gravity. You would die because you're ignorant to the principle. Right? If you don't understand the principle, you will continue to get burned until you understand the principle. Right? And I know some people are probably like, dude, Josh, it's literally day trading. You don't need to take it that serious. You do need to take it this serious. Because if you don't take it this serious, you, my friend, are going to do what I did for 4 years straight and just keep making the same issues over, same mistake over again until you learn the principle, not just learn it, but develop a system that applies to the principle. You're going to get burned over and over. There's really no other way to say it. I broke character. I took 2 trades today, made 2 mistakes. But this is the thing, right? Once again, I'm going to say this one more time before we hop off. We're going to make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. Everyone goes on social media and goes, oh, I killed it today. It's easy to kill it. Anyone can post a good day. Right? And what happens is we start to compare ourselves to everyone's great days. And then when we have a loss, we go, oh man, I'm this big, I'm not good. Listen, do not define yourself by your loss. Define yourself by your approach, right? How good's your system? How good are you? How how able are you to execute it on a daily basis, right? So today we took 2 L's, broke 2 laws, and paid for it. I love you guys. Thank you for coming. Make sure you hit a like, subscribe, send it to someone that needs to hear it. I love you. Let's finish this week strong. Peace.